All right. So, like I said, man, people got to get their priorities straight online, right? That ain't even our concern. I'm done talking about anything that's not going to be conducive, right, and positive to our environment and help us to build. You understand? We out here getting paid already today, coach. Every day we make money. And like I said, you know in your heart what you are. And I know in my heart that I'm a brave heart. Like I said, I don't do no faking, no flogging. I come hard for real, hard body, right? And I run the streets. Like I said, this is all real. You understand? Like I said, y'all got no faith, man. Y'all got no faith in God. That's your issue. I believe in God. I believe in God's promise. You understand? And I already made my money. My checks are already solidified. And these folks just cannot handle it. Can you imagine? Can you imagine thinking that you cannot give credit to a dude who's the real Batman and built his own business and did the whole real thing? Like I said, people talk differently online than they'll talk in front of your face. All I care about is what's in front of me. You understand? The internet stuff, that's the internet stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, Batman has no jurisdiction. I'm going to be in every city in every state, all across the country, right in front of your face. What do you mean? Anybody with anything to say to me can come holler. But people ain't going to do that. What people are going to do is they're going to run and hide and duck. They're all going to run. All of them. It's guaranteed. We all already know. So, like I said, what does that make this a nation of? Huh? Like I said, it's common sense, man. You know, I'm a real braveheart, bro. I'm real. I get in the street. I get busy every day, man. You know what I mean? I want to act like this stuff is easy, but you couldn't do it for a millisecond. That's crazy. You know what I mean? See, whoever taught you that, you got to get that programming out of you. See, it don't matter what happened to me. It don't matter how hard you make it on me because you want to act immature in some way. That's fine. But your mentality will get you nowhere. You understand? And this is why you're struggling. This is why you have to lean off the strength of other people, and I don't. Been on my own since I was 16. Own billions in equity. I have it all. Paid for cash because I worked hard my entire life since I was 16. I would never let nobody take that away from me. Ever. That's comical. Feel me? So at the end of the day, it just is what it is. Eh, Look like a little farmer truck. So yeah, man. Like I said, yeah, all that fake talking is useless, man. You need to change your mentality, bro. Whoever taught you that stuff, you need to reprogram that out of you ASAP. And as long as you keep doing that and being around folks that ain't got nothing, that ain't talking in reality, I mean, hey, bro, it sounds pretty bad to me if you ask me. Sounds like somewhere I wouldn't want to be. See, these people, they create their own environments. You know exactly what I'm saying. They do it to themselves. You understand? Ain't got no reason to be doing that, but that's what they want to spend their time doing. Let them do it. You feel me? You see me, I'm a superstar celebrity getting honks already without trying. I'm the real Batman, boy. Ain't nothing fake out here, Woody. We don't play no games out here, right? So, like I said, end of the day, people want to talk behind computers. For what? Come out here and talk. Oh, yo, come out here and talk. I done told you what I said, how I felt. I'm a grown man. You already know I stand on what I'm saying. I stood up to everyone, okay? I stood up to dudes 5 times my size on any statement I ever made and backed it up and won. Trust me, there ain't nobody on YouTube that can tell me anything. Y'all funny. Y'all want to underestimate people. Go right ahead. What you talking about? That's what I'm saying. These folks still don't want to process and acknowledge who they talking to. Batman has no jurisdiction. I do what I want. How long are we going to take? How long are we going to take? How long are we going to take? Yes. And y'all do nothing here. You just sit there. There we go. A little bit of interaction right there, positive interaction. Like I said, we got to keep on telling people about what we're doing here, get the word out. Business travels by word of mouth. The guy just told me, he's a grown man. He just told me, he said, "You look so cool." Thank you. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? But like I said, this is real. It's not meant to just look cool. It's just reality. You feel me? We standing up to all these illegal organizations, right, in front of your face, that these people wouldn't do their job and they refuse to stand up to. Cyrax keeps on, whining and complaining. For what, brother? For what, man? I mean, can you hear? Look, brother, you don't have a choice. You got to come to me for your problem. The Batman is the only one standing up to these people. Okay, you never made a stand. You just sat there and talked a lot. You understand? Making a stand is something a whole lot different, brother. I did it right in front of your eyes while you was running your mouth. You ain't noticed yet? That's the thing about people. They want to talk down on the wrong people, on the best friend they got. The only man who stood up to all these folks is me. The only man who can stop these people, right, is me. And like I said, these people are not any kind of formidable force, man. I come up against people way worse than them and win. This is just people who are hiding behind the internet. That's all that is. Feel me? And they think that, that's an answer for everything, and it's just not. Because we already have the legal names, right? I'm going to be adding names to my federal indictment list today. I want to make sure they're on there, of these folks. I think they're already on there, but I'm going to make sure. I'll just put it again. I don't care. But you just got to understand, this is all real. Like I said, they want to keep talking and talking, but they ain't talking about nothing. They keep saying the same things that, like I said, I mean, what's the point? They just repeat themselves, and none of the things they're saying exist. That's a waste of my time. I'm a grown man. See, I'm going to be super mature and be super with it and super within this reality. You know what I'm saying? Again, like, what is the purpose of that? That's not a tactic. That's just nonsense. So, like I said, we over here, we get money. We turn words into money, turn water into wine. Real talk. I'm the son of God. We bosses out here. They trying to tell me this and that, and oh, blah, blah, this, and oh, we're going to do this. You're not even capable of what you're saying you're doing, because I have gifts and esoteric knowledge. You're not listening. I can get through with nothing. With nothing. The divine knowledge that God bestowed upon me was meant to get me through these tough times. This is what y'all will never understand, because you don't get it. You understand? These people be telling me, oh, you need this and that. No, you don't. You're completely wrong. All of you don't know the knowledge that I know, because you're too busy talking instead of listening. See, I'm a sponge. I picked up all the pieces of the puzzle together. I don't need much of nothing. What I need is people to do their job, which is to donate. Like I said, when you come over here, this is grown folks' business here. So what would that make you? Exactly. I'm a grown man. This ain't we handling grown folks' business out here. You understand? These people look up to me. They want to copy how I talk and try to emulate my movements and act like they're me. You look up to me, man. You know what I'm saying? You see, you do. That's all. That's fine. But I'm a grown man who's really about it. I'm real. And I'm out here handling business. Feel me? I'm not out here ducking. I'm not like you. I come up against every obstacle on my path every day, and I run right through them. Give me that $10,000 stack, and I'm going to run right through them. Give me that $10,000 stack, and I'm going to run right through them. Give me that $10,000 stack, and I'm going to run right through them. We grew up listening to Young Buck. We Southern white boys love that G Unit. What you talking about? You don't know me. Like, what? That's how we move. You seen I've been on the G Unit thing for a minute. Always. We always been G Unit fans. Feel me? I'm going to probably put that on the next short I do right now. We out here getting money, folks. We out here running the streets. Batman already took everything over. And these folks, they're all upset. We got them in their feels. Yeah, right. Like I said, you can say things, whatever, that don't exist. It does nothing for me, brother. There's no way to respond to that. You go ahead and have fun with that. It doesn't do anything for us. I tell you one time, you keep it moving. Like I said, them folks will never learn. They never gonna learn. This is why I make money and why y'all don't. This is why all the women want me. Why I got the pick of the litter, cream of the crop. Any woman I want. Any woman. I get any girl I want. You serious? They want a boss to begin with, and they want a bad boy, a real one, not a fake one that run in their mouth. What? Thought I told you that we won't stop. Thought I told you that we won't stop. Batman being a bad boy. That's what they told me day one. They said my whole life they told me, yeah, he looked like one of them, like old school, like bad dudes, like bad guys. Like, yeah, that's what I am. Like what? I'm reincarnated, bro. Like the sneeze are the worst of the worst. You don't get it, bro. You're talking crazy to the wrong dude. This dude right here, we've been doing this in this land forever. That's why you're hiding behind your computer. That's why you want to do that weird stuff with trolls. Yeah, because you're scared. It's okay to be scared sometimes, Duke. Just admit you're terrified, right? Oh, and that one issued another illegal statement to me yesterday, right? All that stuff, it's nonsense, bro. And all you're doing is giving me more evidence. I'm not going to download videos and all that. That's a waste of my time. It'll just take up space on my phone. I need my storage space. But like I said, you leave them all out publicly. You the one not thinking, not understand. Well, I'm going to definitely take that matter to court. Yep. Yep. And they act like if you take an issue to court that, oh, you're scared, whatever. It doesn't make any sense. Like, what? It's pretty simple, man. Nobody needs to explain this to you anymore, bro. Y'all folks got to catch up, man. You want to sit there and pretend like you don't understand. You understand. You're playing games. That's what y'all do. So like I said, it is what it is. I mean, people don't know what I'm thinking at any given time. You have no idea who I am. You don't know nothing about me, and you vastly underestimate me. Like he told them to Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And I'm going to use it all to my advantage. Anybody running their mouth, that's fine. Go ahead. I mean, I'm going to be in every city and state right in front of everybody, addressing people directly. So it is what it is. All that fake talk you doing, that's fine. I mean, you could try to do whatever you want. All them fake things that you say, you could try whatever. You could do whatever, bring whoever. But what you got to understand is I'm in a bulletproof bat suit for a reason, doggy. So, it's crazy how they keep on doing things that they don't need to do and have no business doing on the internet. Ain't nothing gonna stop me, bro. So what do you mean? See, folks is funny. They don't get what time we in. This is a Batman that ain't playing. This is a Batman that doesn't care about the system. I don't care about what's legal and illegal. I don't care about nothing. I'm here to do God's will and do my job. I'm an enforcer of divine law. Okay, buddy? Yeah, I have no limits. I'm really Batman. Yeah, and I'm stronger than all you human beings put together. What's going on up here? Yeah, no, I'm the real deal, man. You understand? I'm the real deal. So like I said, and all these folks, they respect what I do. They don't have a choice. And they knew they didn't have a choice. Feel me? People love me, brother. So, you just got to understand, I got people that'll vouch for me and ride for me all day long without me even asking. I ain't got to say nothing. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Them folks on them fake channels on here, they going to end up turning against that dude and people like that because they coming out their mouth trying to say things about me that aren't true. You understand? That's all that is. You know what I mean? Like I said, you just solidified who you are. Right. Common sense. You ain't no street dude. Street dude ain't never going to tell a street dude that he shouldn't be in the position he's in. That doesn't make sense. When you're a street dude, you don't have a choice. So you want to be unfair. We don't do that. I'm a grown man. The reason you're trying to be unfair, you're trying to gain leverage. Right. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, nobody respects that. So that's why y'all will never have respect and nobody will remember your name. I wouldn't want to blah, blah, blah. He's the biggest man I've ever seen. And that's why no one will remember your name. You understand? That's who I am. These fools don't get it. I'm Achilles reincarnated in the flesh. You're watching it. And I move just like him. The way they depict it in every movie, I resemble all of it. Why? Because they were all made about me. They're made about the legend of who I am. I'm the prophecy. I'm Neo in the Matrix. I'm all of these things. Of course, they're going to make the movie about the same prophecy because I'm everything. I am Yahweh. I am what I am. I'm Yahweh come back reincarnated. I'm the sun god in the flesh. Smart one. See, you don't get it. I was sent to this planet and knew my purpose the minute I was born. I knew I was here to save the world. You understand? There's nothing fake about what I'm doing. Every step I take is divine, divinely ordained, divinely protected. You understand? I come up against kings and queens and conquer and win. You understand? I'm an emperor. I build empires. I have an empire. My empire is already so vast you could never imagine. I'm going to be building my own cities like Tartaria, old school with real foundations, real building blocks. You understand? Real cities that have free power. You have no clue who you talking to, bro. So like I said, keep my name out your mouth and keep it pushing. You will never ever come close to me. Whoever else, I don't know. Maybe talking in finite terms like they saying something. That'd be the funniest thing. You want to talk about jobs and cars? Bro, I studied remote viewing for years. I know how to do things you couldn't even fathom. Like, are you serious? And you talking about cars and like, yeah, like I said, we've been over these matters. Why would we rediscuss them? Like, we told you the right mentality. If you don't want to listen, be my guest. What are you doing though? Right. They got to go to a 9 to 5 and they think they've proven a point because they're working. Everybody has to work, brother. I worked since I was 16. Y'all don't work. That's why it's such a big deal for you. That's why you're online streaming all the time. This is my job. See, we're different. And like I said, that was all I was after too. I wanted to know the truth because I knew that you didn't get paid on here. And the truth came out because I told you what it is and you didn't say nothing. If it wasn't true, you would have said something. I know you would have. Yeah, I told you. So that proves that the other guy, I don't, proves that the other guy is lying and running around spreading lies. And that's why he was so triggered and pressed with me when I said reality. Everything I'm kicking is a fact, brother. Everything you're kicking is a lie. And you're trying to use the legal system and manipulate it, right? Towards whoever you can, right? And it's not going to work. And guess what? You're now a part of this federal indictment. Y'all can go run and tell him. Yep, the one that's running around snitching on everybody. I told you. I knew he was going to do it to himself. You got to watch the company you keep, brother. Yeah, see, you're online trying to antagonize and provoke real people. You understand? Like, I understand that you went back and forth with some people who are part of that, which is weird. Y'all did it to yourselves. But I mean, sometimes narcs meet bigger narcs. I mean, that's just what it is. You know what I mean? That's just how it goes and how the game goes. Sometimes you meet somebody that's more narcissist than you. Feel me? But yeah, I got him figured out to a T. So I own him. So man, understand I got all y'all in my pocket already. I already have leverage on all you. Yeah, he's a part of this federal indictment now because you hang out with Groovy Jimmy. Brother, anybody on Groovy Jimmy's panel, I'm going to advise you to stop going over there. If you do, you are definitely looking at a possible federal indictment. You're looking at federal prison time. See, this wasn't a smart decision for you, dude. It's going to lose any viewership that you had. See what I'm saying? See, sometimes you got to think. Sometimes some people are always trying to ice skate uphill. It is what it is. So like I said, you're still losing. And see, aggression, my aggression is winning. It's not losing, it's winning, right? So it's a little bit different, right? So like I said, at the end of the day, you can sit there and run your mouth and do whatever. I could care less, but guess what I'm doing? Winning, right? Because everybody's scared, right? So like I said, who run these streets for real? Batman. Who taking over everything? Batman. Huh? Who run the streets? Batman. Who been a boss and who rich and wealthy? Batman. See, here we go, filming, yeah. See my point? We got fans everywhere we go, little homie. It ain't never gonna be this. Nobody cares about what you doing. Nobody, they ain't gonna film you. Feel me? See the difference? Told you, you gotta change your mentality, brother. You get a lot farther. Give him a wave. Oh, everything's been hard as hell. It's been impossible. And yet I still keep pushing. I'm so proud of myself. Proud. I know my father proud of me, man. He's proud when I stand up to people like you. I stood up to you. I wasn't trying to do nothing. I don't troll. What do you mean? You know that. I come hard body. Yeah, I addressed you and backed you down like I've been doing all y'all for ever since the beginning of time. You can't say anything to me, brother. I'm free, right? You know who I am. I don't have to, put myself on a different energy for what? Matching energies, y'all. That's a lost art. You can't do it no more, bro. Because these people is so scared that they just want to sit there and talk on computer. You understand? What's that? We all know what you're looking for. It's just like dealing with any so-called woman. You got to be smart. You got to peep game, and you got to see what they on, right, and where they mind at, and what they're trying to do. That's all. You know what I mean? Like I said, brother, it comes with life experience, man. You win some, you lose some. You lost this one, and it is what it is. You see, the difference between you and I is I'm willing to get upset. I'm not afraid to get angry. I'm willing to go through whatever I need to go through to stand for a cause and to have God's will on this earth. You understand? The only thing that matters to me is knowing that I'm a brave heart, right? And that all of you are cowards. That's all I care about. Anything else is irrelevant to me. I got everyone on the internet right where I want them. So what do you mean? You're in my pocket, brother. This is what happens when you can't think. See, these folks don't get it. Every move I make is strategic. Every move I make is really the real deal. I shut down illegal organizations for a living, brother. You understand? Like I said, I shut down illegal organizations my whole past hands on. Yes, with my hands, bare hands. So what do you mean? Like I said, you're not talking to me. I don't know who you think you're talking to, but it ain't me. I can tell you that right now. You don't know nothing about me. That's clear, right? And the fact is that you have a concept and you're not being realistic about it with yourself. Like, okay, I don't care what people think, man. Never have. They got me misconstrued. They got the wrong guy. So, like I said, me, I'm gonna keep on pushing forward. We need donations. None of these people support me. Christina didn't support me. None of them. You see, she just again disappeared and vanished from the chat thing and doesn't say anything. Right. Because I figured it out and I saw through your nonsense. How can you be that unsupported? Like what? Talking about blah blah this, blah blah that. Like that's crazy, man. When I've been nothing but passionate and nice, and the facts cannot be changed. No, we stand on facts over here, brother. Like I don't know what y'all are talking about. Y'all need to really get with the program. Like what, bro? What you're doing, it don't make no sense. Like real talk. Like we here in the middle of what, like the real thing, and everything is happening right now, and you're nowhere to be found and don't want to support. Yeah, you're not a friend. See, that's what I'm saying. With friends like that, golly, that's crazy, man. That's what I'm saying. You can feel it. I got too much of a gift with intuition. I can feel it when enemies are around me. My spirit tells me, like, no, if you was on my side, get over yourself. This ain't about you. This is the Tyree Sneed show. This is Tyree Sneed's life. You want to be a part of this, you're going to have to get down, put some money up, put money in my pocket and help, and stand with me, behind me 100%. The way that you acted like you were going to be and you were going to do. You understand? Like, no. You don't tell anyone to believe in something they have no proof of, especially after what I've been through. Get some common sense, sweetheart. Thank you. So, like I said, we over here, we don't got time for no fake stuff, no time for games, right? And it's very clear what they're trying to cause me. Like, yeah, we don't play like that, brother. You understand? My mind is clear. My mind is clear. Physically, I'm going through stuff because, like I said, y'all don't want to be real and have these conversations face to face so I can really address you, right? So it is what it is, man. People ain't real, bro. What you doing, that's a big deal, bro. That's a big deal, man, to sit there and hide behind a computer and keep on really, really talking like that. That's weird, brother. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. See, y'all normalize that. You want to make it an everyday thing. Bro, that has a major effect on people, man. Ain't nobody trying to deal with that. That's why we'll never have a chat here. I'm all right, bro. I work too hard. I work out and train harder than any Olympic athlete. You know, you cannot waste energy like that. This is what they don't get because you're not anywhere near my level. Feel me? You're talking about all these things that don't exist. Yes, I'm walking. I walk and I run every day for exercise. Again, what are you saying? I've explained to you the situation. You've heard it. You got your answer. What are you talking about? Like, that's the thing. Like, you just want to repeat things that aren't true. Okay? Like, I'm not going to respond to them. Like, what? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just weird, bro. What is repeating yourself have to do with moving forward? I'm gonna tell you something about people who repeat themselves. They'll make no progress in anything, in any category, ever. They will stay stagnated forever. So see, that's my point. Homeboy was trying to figure out something to be able to tell me and say to me. He was trying so hard, it was hilarious. He couldn't think of nothing. Right, because there is nothing there. Brother, everything in my life is perfect the way it is. It's beautiful. Like I said, I got set up and targeted for making too much money. Everything is a badge of honor. Me walking is a badge of honor. That's what real gangsters do. They walk. And I own 5 cars. So again, when you talk, allow me to respond and then acknowledge my response. Yeah, I'm all carred out, brother. I own 14 of them. I'm who started this trend. People, nobody has had 14 cars. No rapper. They don't own 1 car. Nothing. Hold on. So yeah, like I said, we just gonna keep on winning, man. You know what I mean? You see StreamYard changing settings. As usual, we can't just leave things the way they are. It's just ridiculous, man. It is so ridiculous, bro. Do you realize that every single one of these companies has failed already? But you want to give me advice? Oh, okay. I'm just saying, how can you tell me advice if my company's successful as hell and they cutting check after check over here for me? What do you mean? This is my own media company, brother. So what are you talking about? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't even have a conversation with folks now. What world are we in, bro? What times are we in, man? Like, what? Like, homie, get with reality, bro. Like, come on, son. That's crazy. Get a grip, man. All y'all. You understand? But like I said, I don't care about none of that nonsense. We out here making money. My life's beautiful, baby. How y'all doing today? Where's my energy at? Right here. Right. Oh, I got my energy. I'm still feeling good. Like I said, I'm just feeling it a little bit. Like I said, that stuff takes a toll on you online, man. Like I said, it's just weird. But I mean, can't do nothing about it, right? I mean, I'm in God's hands. You know, that's how serious it is. I mean, when you're sitting there and you're talking online and you're not letting people talk and you keep on playing these games, you know that that's a lawsuit, right? Like, I'm a human being, bro. You got to let me speak, man. You can't just keep talking over me and give me different treatment than everybody else because, oh, you're upset. See, all these folks, they're all jealous and envious of me. Right. That's a compliment. That's all you have to say, brother. You know, like I said, is it doing you any good? Are you on here making money? No. That's why you have to go to work. I go to work every day. I'm working in front of you. This is my job, brother. See the difference? I will never get to this level. And he was mad too. He mad because I got a check for $182 and some change. Yup. Yup. And you know who a Braveheart, right? You know in your heart, right, what you are, and you know that I'm a Braveheart. Right. That's all I care about. See, what I do touches people's hearts. What I do is real. What I do wakes people up. I operate on a real vibration. You ain't never gonna see me faking and flogging. And I told y'all fake Crips, what you gonna do about it? Not a thing. Because I'm the dude that come from the hoods. I came up with the original intent, Bloods and Crips. Bro, you talking to it. What do you mean? Yeah, I'm telling you, all y'all little homies is fake. We already know that. What do you mean? And ain't one of them gonna come out here and say nothing. We all know it. Just like they've had all this time. What you waiting for? Right. They scurred, coach. I told you. See, Tyree Sneed got all them gang members scurred. Got them terrified. Right? Tons of glass. So at the end of the day, I don't know what to tell you, man. Truthfully, I don't know what to tell you because I'm not trying to have computer conversations. I'm trying to talk in person, face to face. This is now a no-fly zone, right? Everything is real out here and official. So, like I said, it is what it is. I don't see nobody playing about that, right? Folks don't even got gas money, right? We in the middle of a Great Depression, and they trying to paint some picture saying that I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Really? So you think this is struggling, but I just told you I got 2 checks I'm building. One's already done, almost $200, $182 and some change, and the next one's almost to $30. They mad as hell, bro. They mad as hell. See, why are you wasting your time trying to convince me my reality isn't my reality? That's not true. That's a waste of my time. My license is suspended because of fake tickets, because of people like you, because I escaped the matrix. I'm the goal and the destination. I am the truth, the way, and the light. Either you follow me, right, or you will lose, regardless. Now, I want you to pay attention now. Every day you are going through your karma. You're unhappy. You're not happy. You don't have real friends. You don't have a business. You can't make money on here. Hey, I want happiness, brother. So I made every right decision. I'm happy. I'm very happy that I don't drive. Everything that was, sent towards me that was evil like that has helped me and blessed me because it's all part of God's plan. See, I'm right here with God. You understand? I don't care about cars. So you got to let people speak for themselves. You understand? Whatever your priorities are, that's fine. You know what I mean? But me, I'm the son of God, the son of man. You understand? I don't even understand what you're saying because it doesn't make coherent sense. All right, hold up. Another on. So yeah, like I said, end of the day, it is what it is, man. I think it's really sad, bro, how you feel towards people and humanity, man. I think that's really sad, bro. I think that's something that you should work on. You know what I mean? So, like I said, all that. Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's everything my dad raised me not to be. You hilarious. What? Yeah, I would never want to be like that, bro. I don't want to be you. You want to be me. See what I'm saying? Yeah, you got your priorities messed up. Yeah, we serious business over here. This is how real bosses look, serious all the time. What you mean? What's funny? I ain't laughing. See what I'm saying? People funny, bro. Like I said, I mean, when you got people that can't even have face-to-face conversations, but you think you're telling me something, how? You would never talk to me like that, bro. Get real with yourself, man. Ain't taking nothing away from me on no internet behind no computer, bro. You're talking to yourself, man. Get help. Feel me? That's all. Well, like I said, when I call folks out and they back down, everybody see it. All you people saw it. You understand? You don't think that's going to have an effect? Yep. I'm not doing what you're doing, man. I want to see everybody eat and win. You know, I sat here and tried to support you. You shouldn't be. Like I said, you're trying to act like you're some kind of formidable force or a voice in this game. You ain't even got a voice. You got a fake channel, bro. There we go. That's the UPS driver. Yeah, you got a fake. He just yelled Batman and pointed. Come on, dog. People love me, man. Nobody's gonna do that for you. You don't have a platform. Get it right. So, like I said, this took hard work, and that's my thing. Every decision I'm making is right. And please stop telling me that I feel some way. You cannot tell anyone how they feel. See, you got to make sense when you speak. See, they just could not, they could not handle me on a panel. They can't be realistic and come with facts. So they all took a cop out. That's fine. And that cop out will result in failure. Now, what has it done for you? Exactly. You understand? People don't seem to get that your decisions affect you as well. They may affect others a little, but it's going to affect you more. That's the real truth. It's going to affect you more because you're the one making these bad decisions. You understand? Like I said, brother, I'm at the 11th here. You want to talk about money and my cars and my real estate and everything over and over for what? Brother, you all need to talk about getting a job. You need to talk about doing your job where you donate, and that should be your only concern is how are y'all going to donate to me? Because still, we've received zero support. None of these folks have supported. Support is a couple of $100. Support is some real money sent to the Cash App or the PayPal or the Venmo. These people aren't doing nothing because they don't want to see me win. I already won. You don't have a choice, brother. You better get with the program and get right and get it understood. It's ridiculous. Hold up. Oh man, how long are we gonna take, bro? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, well, when you do that, when you get on a computer and you put me in a position, right, where it affects me at all, I never forget, man. Like you understand, bro. I really work hard, bro. I'm training better than any Olympic athlete. I got to be on point. I don't have time to ever argue with nobody. That's why I work so hard. Like, that's really unnecessary, Duke. You know what I mean? So you could just grow up and be mature and just have a conversation. Like, the way I'm talking to you is how I genuinely feel. And I called you out and I told you what it is. Like I said, this is now a no-fly zone officially. Not no games, no nothing. You know what it is. So like I said, what's good now? Right. All that fake talking, it ain't accomplishing nothing, brother. Fake talk is a waste of my time. And that's the way I look at it. I dismiss it. You understand? Now, I came on a real vibration, right? And you just ain't real. That's all. That's all that is. Feel me? Like, okay. I showed you, right, that, you know what I mean? I get crunk for real. And I'm really a real gangster. And you back down. That's what happens. See, these people want to glorify cowardice. That's impossible. Nah, we the gangsters. We the G's. We who everybody want to be. Get that right. We who all these little minions want to be. They'll never be us. Y'all don't know how to even talk like a normal person. You want to talk down every word you say. That's why you'll never succeed. What do you mean? If you're going to succeed, you got to uplift people. See, these people, they don't know how to build nothing. That's what I realize about them. You doing it to yourself. We on two total opposite vibrations going two totally different directions. We two moving trains, moving different ways. Feel me? I'm just telling you what it is, turning around, letting you know the message. Well, I'm out here facing going towards more success, more wealth, more equity, more real estate, right? More everything. Tons of more money coming to me, right? And we out here building a career. See, what's happening right now is Tyree Sneed accomplished it. I just did the impossible. I did the impossible with my training. I'm so proud of myself, man. I celebrate all by myself, bro. I don't need none of y'all, bro. None of y'all, bro. Ain't nobody celebrating for me. I'm celebrating for me. Feel me? Man, I'm so proud of myself, bro. Just God and I, man. Real talk. My training is right on point. I just did the impossible with it, and I'm going to try to push it even farther. right? I do the impossible every day. You folks type and try to dismiss reality. That's pathetic. You feel me? Like I said, what do you mean? Like, what's happening is I'm making good money now, right? I'm just trying to get to it. That's all I got to do. Get to this next check. Once we get to the 21st to the 26th, right? It's a wrap, brother. All my hard work paid off, and I've been making buku checks on this. I stay getting pizza. Like, what? These people don't get it. Like, bro, what are you talking about? I've made way more money than this on here before. So it is what it is. So I don't know what they're talking about, man. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know where their mind's at. I don't get none of it. It's odd. Uh, give me a minute here. Water. Uh, so yeah, I mean, end of the day, it just is what it is. End of the day, right? These people can sit there, they can fake the funk, they can front, flash. I don't really care what you do. To be perfectly honest, I don't care what none of y'all do. You know what I mean? All I know is that me personally, I'm gonna keep on doing my thing. Me personally, I'm gonna keep on being the boss of this whole world, and I'm not going back down to nobody. And I want whatever's coming to me, please. Please, I want whatever's coming to me, please, because people want to pretend all that, and you want to be real selective about how you talk and how you do things, and that ain't how we do things over here, brother. Feel me? I'm real for real, bro. I welcome all challengers and anything. Hold up. So yeah, like I said, end of the day, man. I mean, it just is what it is. This is my business. This is how I get money. This is what I do for a living. It's gonna be the same thing all day, every day, right? And we gonna stay winning. You feel me? So, like I said, these other folks care what they talk about. None of you. You said they all. They know. What's that got to do with anything, man? Feel me? I ain't never needed much or needed anything or resources. I did this all of my own strength. Feel me? It's incredible what I've accomplished. Feel me? So, like I said, we just gonna stay making bread, stay making money, and I just want people to understand we on some thug life stuff for real, on some Tupac action. We ain't on none of this. Oh, we want to be fake and hold hands and sing kumbaya. And we just care about making money, but we don't care about our soul and our pride. Listen, I got my pride, bro. So, like I said, let people say and do what they want, but y'all ain't moving like us. Feel me? That's all I care about. Y'all ain't moving like this, and you never will. Like I said, straight brave hearts, thug out for real, thug life forever, and that's about it, man. Like I said, see, we move different, bro. See, we don't have none of that. I don't have no coward in me. My heart don't pump no Kool-Aid. So, like I said, we gonna keep on winning, and this is why. You understand? That's what Tupac said. He called them all. He said, "Dude's a coward." It's the truth. So, like I said, we all know who run everything. We all run everything coast to coast. We all know who you want to be, right? And like I said, I'm not gonna be saying y'all's names on here because I'm not gonna give you no shine. All right, peace. We're gonna stay making bread. We're gonna make more today. One.